Welcome to New Stripe City, podcast for diehard Bengals fans. I'm your host, Ace Boogie, and today I'm here to talk about the primer and things to look forward to coming into tonight's game. So our last game was a dress rehearsal. Tonight is actually going to be more so for the back end roster. Things that I'm going to be looking forward to is seeing how much the rookies play, whether it's a Jordan Willis, whether it's a Joe Mixon, seeing what their impact is, as well as looking at some of those guys who may be on the roster bubble. So I will be looking at guys such as Jordan Evans, which I think he's pretty secure in making this roster, but some of those other guys like a Marcus Hardison, Will Clark, there's a ton of bubble guys right now. Jake Elliott, that's going to be another one. So those will be the guys to keep your eye on. Paul Dawson, to me, is the biggest guy I'm keeping my eye on. He didn't play much this preseason, and honestly, it's going to be something that we'll have to keep an eye on because he hasn't played. He's been a disappointment so far. I still think that he can play, so we'll get to see him probably play majority of the game, and let's see what he can do tonight. We'll also see what John Ross can do, how much he's going to play, how much Cody Core is going to play. So those are guys that I'm going to be looking at. Also a Josh Malone. And I also think that some of these guys that are going to be stepping in for Vontaze Burfict during his suspension should get some clock, definitely, for sure. And then also at the running back position, it seems like there's a hole now left with Cedric Pearman being out of the equation. So, we might get some look there from either a Brandon Wilson, who I believe should be playing DB, so he probably won't play running back. But we'll actually get to see him, too, for the first time. He was a 6th-round pick. He was a good special teamer, all-around player, plays in the secondary. But also I'm hoping that we can get some looks at our running backs as well. What do we have after Joe Mixon, Giovanni Bernard, and Jeremy Hill? So I think we'll get a look at those guys. With Jeremy being hurt the last game, I'm pretty sure he'll probably be a healthy scratch. Same with Eifert. But hopefully, we'll get a look at some of those guys to be able to make some of these roster transitions and cuts a little bit easier. But that's what I'm primarily looking for. With the Colts, they don't have Andrew Luck, so the Bengals should win. I'm also going to be looking at our third quarterback, who I think will make the team, and I think he'll play the majority of this game. I think McCarron will probably start, but hopefully between those two guys, we'll get some sense of what we have there. And I think for the most part, that should be it. So I'm definitely excited to watch this game tonight, even though probably by the second or third quarter, there probably will be a ton of guys playing who won't make the roster. But this will definitely give us a good look at the end of the roster and how that will kind of shape out. So I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, the kicker battle is one thing that I'm looking at. Looking at the running back battle, the spot for the 4th running back, will they keep it? Also, the wide receivers, how John Ross plays in his second game, only received, I believe, 2 targets in the first game. That's what I'm looking for, and as well as Paul Dawson. Let's see what he can do tonight. But as always, I'll end this with a who day, all day, every day, and especially on Sunday.